So we move on to the third one now, which is in order to get a bit more consistent, you need to let the stats drive what you do. So like I said to you today, I played, and for the one thing I haven't practiced a lot this year is chipping around the greens. But that's because I've been hitting the greens more. Or even if I hit the ball out of bounds or in trouble off the tee, I still get it on the green. But greens and regulations matter. Number of 2 pots, 3 pots. If you want to get more consistent, how many greens, you taught me this.
Yeah.
How many greens in regulation out of 18 do I need to hit?
In order to go around like 74, probably about 7 greens.
Really?
Yeah.
7 greens, 2 pots, or a pot, 1 pot, 2 pots?
Yeah, so so if you're hitting 7 greens in reg, that gives you an opportunity of 7 birdies.
Okay.
Right, okay.
I don't pot like crap and
So you're hoping that you get a couple there.
Yeah.
Right? And then all the other remaining...
Don't stand so far away from me. I like you. Go on.
And then all the other ones are like, it's all the other 11 holes, it's like you're scrambling.
True.
And if you can do that, then you're gonna shoot 74, 75.
So you're saying,
even some of the better players, I'm sure they won't probably even hit. They might hit like 3 greens in reg, 4 greens in reg, and they'll go around level par.
Okay, so if my target now is to shoot between 3 to 4 over a round.
Well, our target is kind of getting you to 0.
True.
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
true.
So that's kind of like where you. So you when you were shooting your 74, 75s last year.
Yeah.
If you looked at your greens and reg, you would have probably noticed that you're probably like 7 or 8.
Even less, but my chipping was...
Yeah, you were chipping it better.
I was scrambling a lot.
Yeah, okay. The difference also this year is the courses are quite different.
Yeah.
Last year it was a lot. It was not as hard as it is this year.
I played a lot of scratch comps this year, which didn't really... It was a big...
Again, it's like you did, but it's also, our main focus this year was to try and get that speed and to introduce it into your game when you're playing.
Yeah.
And it's been, you having to go through that mental side phase of going, oh no, is it going to be enough? How can I do it? So, it was a lot of, unfortunately, it was a lot of trial and error on the course while you were playing,
The last one, if you want to get consistent and really get to scratch, for me, apart from all the work you've done, I didn't test my swing on the pressure like I did for the first time this year. I played the county comps in Middlesex, a few scratch competitions, and for me, I started to notice cracks. Why? Is it mental? Is it physical? But because you've just asked me to do stuff today, I've done without even thinking about it, right? I've just done it. So why do you think I need to play more competition golf? I need to practice, my practice rounds need to be more targeted at scoring. What can I do to be more consistent?
Let's start off with like asking the simple question, right? When you hit a bogey or when you hit a double bogey, where did it stem from? Was it off the tee? Was it your second shot in? Was it your chip? Or was it your putt? So straight away, that's kind of like the question you've got to ask yourself. Where was I losing my shot? Because if I'm hitting my driver off the tee and it's going straight down the middle, I'm hitting 14 fairways out of 14, then you don't need to worry about your driver. So where was it? Where do you feel? So there you can kind of like straight away you can go, well, maybe it wasn't tee off the tee. On tee I was in the middle of the fairway all the time.
So that's where it goes back to the previous points, and I think this is where it's all interconnected, where you said the stats drive what you do. So if I play these competitions, I may not necessarily have been swinging well, but if I
don't think you were swinging bad either.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if I had jotted down and said, this is what, I had an 8 on a par 4.
Yeah, so explain that 8.
Oh, so that 8, I think.
Because I'm sure you remember it.
It was pretty... You're going to make me go through this, right?
Yeah, have to. I think it's true. It's good for the... So this, I think, just quickly, just to add into this, it's really important that you guys understand when you're making your mistakes, where it's coming from. And if you're having lessons, report it back. Or when you're going to your practice that same shot. Yeah, on the range or on the sim. Yeah, and just see and just start to take some data of what's happening in it. And that's start off with that process. So go on, let's have a hit. Come on, let's hear. What did you do? Come close to me so I can pinch you when you start.
It was basically like 370 yards. I hear 3 wood.
Right, 3 wood, yeah.
Because chipped up, it rolled back to my feet for 5.
Okay.
chipped up again, rolled back into the same divot for 6.
Yeah.
I potted it then
Yeah.
for 7, and I sang the pot.
So it just shows you that, you know, everything stemmed from on that hole, you know, from the fact that you duck hooked your freewood, right? Okay. So we could look at it from loads of aspects. You could say, well, you know, you can go away, you can say, I'm going to hit I've got to practice my freewood, improve that. But then again, you could even look at it from another strategy point of view. That you kind of go, well, I should have gone there. I should have gone, well, how far do I want to leave myself? So if I'm hitting a 150 in, so I hit 9-iron, maybe I could leave myself a 160 in. So that's only an 8.
And I'm more comfortable with my 8-iron. Anyway.
There you go. So you feel like you're more comfortable with your 8-iron. So then all of a sudden off the tee, you're hitting a 5-iron.
Yeah.
Not a 3-wood. You know? So... And then obviously because of gear effect and all that kind of stuff, then maybe it wouldn't duck hook so much. If you hit it slightly out of the toe with your 5-iron, then all that's going to happen is the ball's just going to go slightly right. Okay. It'll just go weak. So straight away there was a little bit of a strategy. Now obviously that strategy you need to have in place before you go and play.
And that's what I think is the key part of this. Your game is good enough, but you need to marry that up to your strategy when you go and play these golf courses which you haven't played before.
That's right.
You've got to plot your way around the golf course.
So when do you plot them? You got to plot them the day before or a week before. You know, a lot of the pros when they turn up for their let's say the Masters, right? Because everyone watches the Masters. When does it start? It doesn't start on a Wednesday, it starts on a Monday, and they're probably there already on the Friday you know, Friday before, and they're already playing practice rounds, because they want to just get used to the ambient, get used to playing on the course, start visualizing their shots, you know, and I think that's so important also for you guys. Whenever you want to do a score and you want to really like play to your best, you've got to go out and if it's a track that you've never played before, you've got to think that you're already starting a couple of shots down. Yeah. Because you know sometimes it'll say 150 and you'll go, oh, you know what, I'll hit my 9-iron, and then you hit 150 and you could fly over the back.
All right, so there you go. Those are our top tips if you want to get down to scratch, become more consistent. Thank you for watching. Again, please subscribe to the channel. If you enjoyed this video, leave feedback for us. Yeah. Tell Jules and I what you want to see on this channel. So stay safe, people, and hope to see you soon. Bye.
Ciao.